Once there was a butcher who had a really loyal customer. Every day for 10 years, this dog would come in and he would have a list in his mouth and some money. And the butcher would take the list and the money and go get his cuts of meat and put them in a bag and put his change in the bag and roll it up and give it to the dog, and the dog would turn around and leave. This happened every day for 10 years, and finally the butcher got old enough that he was going to retire, and he said, "You know, I am going to follow this dog home and see where he goes." And so the dog comes in, gets his order, and he walks out, and the butcher follows him down the street. The dog stops at the crosswalk, waits for the light to change, crosses the street, goes down, sits on a bench, waits for the bus. Bus pulls up, the dog gets part of his change out of the bag, gives it to the bus driver, goes back, sits down, goes down a block or two, gets off the bus, and the whole time this butcher's following him, thinking, "Man, this is a smart dog." And then the dog walks up to this house and rings the doorbell. Nobody comes. Well, the dog rings the doorbell again. Nobody comes. Finally, the dog starts howling. Nobody comes. Then the dog starts running up to the door and slams himself into the door trying to get in. And the butcher says, "Man, I got to find the owner of this dog. He's hurting himself slamming into that door like that. He's a really smart dog." And so he walks to the backyard and sees someone in the backyard. He says, "Man, why don't you let your dog in the house? He's a smart dog. You already let him in the house." And the owner looks at him and says, "Well, that dog must not be too smart. This is the second time this week he left his keys in the house."